Hey, welcome back to my channel, and today I just got these in. We're going to be taking a look at G.I. Joe's retro O-ring line here for the Cobra Officer and Cobra Trooper. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at the box here. And the reason why I have two here is, well, I remember ordering one. I didn't remember I ordered the other one. But for these figures, it kind of works out because, these are the types that we tend to troop build. And it would be weird to just have one guy who's to tell the other guy what to do. Now we got two guys to tell two guys what to do. So, hey. Another way to troop build is when you're putting them up in your display, put a mirror on this side, put a mirror on that side, and then it just, when you're looking at the display, it just looks like you have a large army. So, I mean, that's something you could do if you don't want to spend a bunch of money just collecting the same figure over and over. But the artwork on here is actually really good. It reminds me of the comics and also the file cards. So I really like that they've done that. This extra box here on the last one had weapons inside, so I'm going to take a look and see if that's in there. I haven't opened these yet, so we're going to look at this together. And on the reverse side, same artwork, just a bunch of warnings on here in various languages and that stuff. Alright, so let's go ahead and just get this open. I'm not a box collector, so I open everything. So, well, there's some that I don't do that with, but for the most part, that's what I do. I open them. They're made to be looked at in hand, in my opinion. I took the tape off of these on this one. I haven't done that on the other, just to make it easier so I can open this here on the video. And once you have them opened up, you get both of them on file cards. So I'm just going to put this off to the side. If you need to reconnect the box for any reason to the bottom section, it's not hard to do. But let's go ahead and take a look at the Cobra Officer first, since that's what I have in my hand. And they still don't have the white border around the edges here. It is punched here, so if you want to just, put it on a peg hook, you could. If you want to have your place look like a storefront, you have that option. You got Cobra Officer. It does not have the details of the weapons or equipment that he comes with on the side like the old toys did. And you can see that he does come with his rifle. Not sure which rifle that is. It could be like an AK-47, but I don't know. I'm not well versed in different types of guns that are real world. But I'll go ahead and get him opened up so we can get a clearer look of him. And let's go ahead and take a look at the file card here. We'll just look at the English version. There you go. So Officer, Infantry, Artillery, Intelligence is his secondary specialty, and birthplace various countries. Not that he was born across. It's just that those in the role are born from other various countries. And Cobra officers are frontline fighters who lead Cobra attack units into battle. Many are also believed to be operating as spies. I don't know about that part of it. I always thought of the Crimson Guard as more of the characters that would have been spies. But hey, if they put it here in print, I guess it must be true, right? But on these file cards, they put them in different languages here. I was kind of hoping that they would just do a QR code and you pick the one that you want to have and you can print them off if you want. Mainly because the cardboard you can see is kind of bowing here. And so it's because it's thinner cardstock than what we had when we were kids. The one feature I do like is that they still include the different characters' artwork here for what's coming. I do have these two on order, so when they get here I'll put up another review for them. And I do really love that Hasbro is doing the O-ring line again from what I had as a kid, because the ones I did have as a kid seem to have disappeared on me, which is unfortunate because they would be worth several thousands of dollars right now. But I don't have that, so boo-hoo, that's okay. They made these so I can get these again. And here we go with the Trooper. Or, I'm sorry, it might just be Cobra Infantry. It's not differentiated here, just Cobra, which is weird. Again, doesn't say anything on the sides here for what he comes with, but it looks like he comes with a scoped rifle or sniper rifle, which is really cool. It was good artwork. It's not the same artwork that we had on the box, so that's one thing here for these, is it's different artwork than what we have on the box. That's not a complaint. I appreciate it. And same applies here. No white border. It's punched, so you can push that out if you want to. Put it on a peg hook. And let's go ahead and take a look at the file card. It's Foot Soldier, Infantry, Specialty, Secondary, Sabotage, and also born in various countries. And one of the nameless, faceless legions of Cobra Command. Each Cobra is highly skilled in the use of explosives, small arms, sabotage, and martial arts. You know, things that you would want to have with your soldiers anyways. And we got the artwork for the different characters that'll be available. I'd like to see some additional ones here. And one thing that I find interesting that is missing is they did have the HasLab for the Sky Striker, which had a bunch of other characters, and none of them are being shown here. And I'm not sure what kind of cardstock they're going to be putting them on either. I don't know if it's going to be this really thin cardboard, or if we're going to get something a little bit more substantial. But we'll get these two opened up here in just a moment. But before we do, let's take a look at what's in the box here. This is designed to look like a footlocker, F4925. I don't know what that means. You can look that up, and you can put in the comments below if you know what it is. But I do like that this is designed like a footlocker. And like I said, if you want to connect it back to the box, you want to go and put everything back in, you can. Just need to line up the tabs, and it'll just slide back in together like that. Okay, so there's no plastic here other than the tape. I believe we're going to have a stand here. Ooh. I wasn't paying attention when I was ordering these to see what weapons it came with. Ooh, it's a heavy machine gun there. I don't know, maybe 50 cal. Looks like something that Roadblock would be carrying around. It's not quite my deuce, but I like it. That's good to have. It looks like an M16, I think. If you know what it is and I'm getting it wrong, go ahead and put it in the comments. I won't be offended. Alright, and submachine gun. Oh, and I think when I was a kid, I used to see this one with Major Blood. Another type of machine gun. Very cool. And of course, the stand that you're going to want to put your figures on. There's no name here, and that doesn't bother me, because if I'm using these, like, I like to do animations. If I use these, I don't want to be like having to block out names and stuff like that. So I do like that. There is another pack here. I'm almost thinking it's going to be the same, but let's take a look and see what's in here. All right. Oh, different weapons. All right, perfect. Very nice. And please recycle. There's my dad comment for the day. All right, so looks like it's kind of RPG system here, and it looks like this will connect here for the stand. Just connect there. So you can launch mortars, I believe, with this. Boom. Another stand here with no name on it, which is good in my opinion. And a bazooka, and that's an olive green instead of black like all the other pieces, which I do appreciate them doing. Like a little bit of variety there. Let's go ahead and get these open. Alright, so got them out of the box here, off the card back here. This one's the officer. And here's a little weird thing that I've noticed. Let's check out that artwork, right? Here's the officer. He's got the scoped rifle. Here's the Cobra Infantry. He's got the machine gun. On the card, he's got the scoped rifle. This is the Infantry. The officer is stuck with the, I don't know, it was an AK-47 or something like that. So, for some reason, the artists, when they were designing this, they got the weapons in the wrong hands here. But I guess if you want to be correct with what's here, you can just swap the weapons. I just think it's funny. But I'm going to do articulation here with one of the figures. The articulation is going to be the same, regardless of which one I have in hand. But we'll take a look at both so you can take a look and see the details. For instance, on here, on the Infantry, it's just a plain helmet. There's no deco on here or insignias or emblems or whatever. He's got a black mask so that he doesn't get sick. And we got detailed work at the collar. Got the Cobra emblem. Got some armaments there for a gun. I guess these are just suspenders. No, it matches up here with the belt down the back and connects here with the belt along the waist. And we got little pocket details that are on here. And some detailing, I guess there's some overspray of paint or chipping of that silver. Didn't quite cover it all. Of a couple of bullets or something. Not sure what those are supposed to be. But I do like that they paint the pins now to match the clothes. And over here, it's got this chrome. I don't know, that's looks like it would connect to something. Maybe it jumps out of an airplane, connects to that for some reason. I don't know. But he's got his knife here strapped to his leg. Knee pads, they're molded in to cover up the joint, which is cool. Detailing on the boot. He's got his cargo pants, pockets, so you know that he's a toy. And his, I guess that's the box number that we were looking at on the crate, so they know which one goes with which figures. And you can see where he gets his pants made. But articulation wise, you can get a full 360 out of the shoulders. Go up to there. There's a bicep swivel, 90-degree bend. There is no wrist articulation or hand articulation of any sort. You can still get decent posing out of this guy though. The head is able to swivel. This isn't on a ball joint, so it's more of like the early 80s style, whereas the later 80s style, the neck would be connected with a ball that would give you more freedom of movement depending on how the collar was constructed. This is an O-ring figure, so that's the O-ring on the inside there. It's connected to a hook that's for the joints here, that's connected into the legs, and the O-ring is is on a plastic housing here that it wraps around, and then you screw the torso together, the two halves, and that's what that screw is for. This allows for a lot of crazy range here at the waist. And if you wanted to spin them around, you could probably snap that O-ring, so don't do that. He kicks up to here, back to there, because he's got a butt that stops it from going any further back. And I believe I showed this earlier when I was showing you the detail, but he gets 90 degrees. There is no ankle tilting on these old style, retro styled O-ring figures. And I know there's a community that really wish that they would have continued on with what they had going on for more modern figures. And those are going to be coming back eventually. These will be done here, I believe, for the next couple of years before going back to that that option. But it's more for the celebration for, I think it's 40 years of G.I. Joe for the Real American Hero line that was done in the 80s. So that's why they're doing this now. And there's holes for these pegs to go into at the bottom. And this fits in like that, so you can get them standing. Let's go ahead and take a look at the officer. Now he's got the detailing on the helmet, so you can tell that he's supposed to be the officer just from looking at his forehead. On here, on the artwork, you can see that it's painted black. The detailing is not painted here. So I guess if you wanted to get a Sharpie out or some paint, you could do that yourself. The faces, let's see, pretty much the same. So I guess you can say he got promoted and he's got some upper mobility here for his career at Cobra. So it's like before and after here. Details wise, you have some pockets here along with some straps. Getting deliveries. Okay, so yeah, detailing on the straps here, pouches, and the detailing is continued here to connect with the belt. You can see his pockets where he gets his pants made, and also the box number here for these figures. He's got his belt just like his counterpart, and nice detailing on the boots. You'll notice on the boots here, it's not molded the same way, and you'll notice that he does not have the knee pads on here. So he is not getting into the dirt as often, I would say, as the infantry. The arms does not have any of the special molding that you saw there. They're pretty plain. So he's not getting into the grunt work. He's going to be standing back and giving orders. But he does have silver detailing here, or gray detailing here. And his emblem, you'll see, is not red. It's the older ones were painted white, but it's more of a gray here. But it still looks good. But there you go. And you got a whole bunch of weapons here that they can utilize. And all in all, they feel good. They're substantial. A lot of articulation for what you would expect from the 80s style line. But overall, I think this is a great fit if you're looking to get back into collecting the retro style line here, and if what Super 7 is putting out isn't really your cup of tea, you know, these have more articulation than those do. Yeah, I definitely recommend these. These are Hasbro Pulse exclusives, so that's where you're going to have to get these. I'm not sure if that'll change. Hopefully it does, and it'll catch on and more people will be able to get these. But if you haven't checked out Hasbro Pulse, I recommend going there and check it out. This is not a sponsored video by any means, so I get nothing out of it. I'm just letting you know where you can go ahead and get them if you want to get them yourselves. But That's pretty much all I got to say about the Cobra Officer and Cobra Infantry. I appreciate again you're subscribing to my channel. Leave comments if you have any questions about these figures. Go ahead and leave it there. And otherwise, that'll do it for this video. And I appreciate your time, and you have a good day.